Want to learn more about the tools and resources that you, as an entrepreneur or a new entrepreneur, need? We got you covered. Welcome to the WorkHARDAholic Show with your host, the original WorkHARDaholic, Shirley Crawford, author, speaker, and small business consultant for over 20 years, helping you to work hard, play harder, and business better.
Hello, I'm Lawrence Roberts from New York Life Insurance. I'm here to provide you with financial news you can use. Today, we're going to talk to you about getting married. Love is in the air. If you're planning to get married because you love someone, you want to be together, this is the one you want to be with. You've been married before, you want to get remarried too because you found a new love. However it is. But these are things, some little tidbits you might want to consider and think about. Because love is there, life is good, but we still have to live and we still have to plan for the future. And that's what it's all about, okay? 1, approach estate planning with a fresh mindset. You're starting a new marriage, approach your estate planning, meaning your life, your assets, and what's going to happen to you with a whole new mindset. You have a new husband, a new wife, new love. Open up, be open-minded. All right. That's not to say we're going to do, I'm not going to use any names, but some of these different things like the other wealthy, stars would do and just let things go, crazy. 2, don't forget to consider the house. What I mean by that is this. Look at your previous children, because you have a blended family. Look at all those different things. What could happen? What do you want to leave your children? Don't forget the new children too. But that's all important because you want to look at those things because we have new love. We're all a blended family. That don't mean you want to forget about everybody. Take care of the entire blended family. Don't leave any children out. There are always an exception to the case, but in most cases, 99.9% of the time, you don't leave anyone out. Don't leave any children out either, okay? Because your new love, your new spouse is not going to leave you out, nor you want them to leave their children out, okay? Consider your future care. This is very important. Who is going to care for you? How will it be done? Your future care is very important because as we get older, we have to think about how we're going to be cared for, how we're going to be taken care of, what's going to happen, who's going to provide for you, how will they provide for you, where will they provide for you at. All those different things are important. When you look at, then on top of that, how will it be paid for? You have to set money aside. That's like planning for tomorrow. Anyone who fails to plan for tomorrow plans for failure. When you plan for tomorrow, you plan for success. That's what that's about right there, okay? Because when you look at your future and you look at your future life together, this is something both of you are supposed to do together. Sit down and plan for your future. How are we going to be cared for? Let's be real. Your children may not like your spouse's children. Your children may not like your spouse fully. They probably might tolerate them. But it is what it is. Who is going to take care of you? Don't expect your children to take care of your spouse who they only had a cordial relationship with. So, on the spouse side, you only got a cordial relationship with the new children. Your paternal children or your natural blood children may not even like you that much also, or they might be too busy with their lives. That's essentially what that's all about. It's not so much about people liking or disliking you. It's about time. That's something you cannot get back. Determine who will be the decision maker when that care is needed. That's very important. We all know who's the responsible child. We also know who's the irresponsible child. We also know who's our responsible friends, our irresponsible friends. Same as family members, too. Determine who's going to be the one responsible for taking care, making those financial decisions. Again, I'm Lawrence Roberts from New York Life. Take the time to figure these things out. I can assist you with that. I'm here to provide you with financial news you can use. How do you get in touch with me? Please take the time to call me at 804-746-3714. I'm Lawrence Roberts with financial news you can use.
Hello, and welcome back to WorkHARDaholics. I am Shirley Crawford, the original WorkHARDaholic and your host. And today, I can't call her a sidekick because she's like, my equivalent or more so. But I'm really excited because someone who matches me, and she probably doesn't want to admit it, but matches me in personality, goofiness, and the need to sing a song for every other sentence is none other than the Joann Mayo.
Well, thank you for that introduction, Shirley, and telling me a little bit about who I am.
See, you hear that? Sarcasm and everything, just the way we like it. Okay. So, Joann Mayo is, of course, first and foremost, she is a SCORE counselor, SCORE mentor, and we want to get into that. But she's also an entrepreneur who has her own company, Strategic Foresight Initiatives. And she has done so many wonderful things, speaker, author, presenter, the whole nine. And all jokes aside, I actually like her. That's a big thing for me. And I'm really excited to have her so she can share a little bit more about the work that she does and the tools that she has for you, the entrepreneur. So let's start off by saying, welcome, Joann.
Thank you. Thank you, Shirley.
So tell the people who you are.
Well, of course, again, I am Joann Mayo. I am the founder and president of Strategic Foresight Initiatives, where we help career professionals, entrepreneurs, and businesses create a clear vision of what they would like their startup or their business or their career to look like. And then I coach the core competencies that literally translates their vision into fruition. So it's all about increasing, promoting, and sustaining scalable results.
So what led you on this path? Because I know your background initially was banking.
Mm-hmm.
So how did you get from that to even being a SCORE mentor? Like, what was that roadway? What was that path?
Well, my career path in banking crossed various lines of businesses. And so my takeaway from there, which was managing in back end, which was collections, but also when it came to banking, the banking center, some of my takeaways from dealing with clients and working with clients that may have come in for a business loan, and just not understanding what goes into the foundation of building a business. And so other than that as well, that's the business aspects of it. The career aspect of it was when one of my duties as well was to hire the best fit candidate. And so when people would come in for their interview, just being able to help them to understand what their value worth is, because how can we demonstrate and convey our value worth if we first don't look inside to see those attributes of what they are? And it's the same thing with business and your value proposition. What is it that you bring to the table? What differentiates you from anyone else that does what you do?
I want to make sure to interject. Joann has a book about this in particular with regards to hiring, knowing how to interview, the whole nine. What's the name of your book, Joann?
Interview strategies and techniques, how to plan, prepare, and position yourself as the best candidate.
So a lot of times when we talk about entrepreneurship, we don't always go into career tracks and all those things. Mm-hmm. But I find the information, especially in the book, to be really valuable, even as an entrepreneur, because when we talk about that branding, that marketing, that strategizing about who you are and conveying that message, the book in particular has lots of really good questions on how to prepare yourself and the information you should be sharing.
Exactly. Because again, when people come in for the interview, of course, you really don't know what questions may be asked. But however, if you have a little bit of information of the approach of what the intent of the interviewee is, of the interviewer, you're better able to practice and to develop your pitch, which is your delivery. But of course, it's also like a pitch. And so there are steps that walk you through each of those questions.
And I also, I did my homework, people, in case you didn't know. I know that originally you're from the Tidewater area.
Yes.
How'd you end up in Richmond?
Well, I ended up in Richmond because, again, I was working with the bank and I was promoted in managing banking centers for within the Richmond. And so I took the opportunity.
I was promoted in managing banking centers. She was the boss, people. Let's just know. Okay, go ahead.
And so with that being said, continued one of my top priorities, of course, is tapping into the value of those that I lead, because I'm big on leadership development, not just a cheek in the seat, but developing and positioning people for upward mobility. So that's how I got to Richmond. And then after a couple of years, I decided to retire with the years, but not with the age, because I can't get the money yet, but that's okay. Um, and so that's when I decided to, and taking away those key elements that I determined when I was working within the industry. What are those things that could help people to become their highest and best selves? And so that's when I went into the business aspect of it and the career aspect of it, because that's where I witnessed there was a big need.
And what I find beautiful about one, if you all have watched the show, if you've seen it in the form of the podcast or the radio show, one of my biggest complaints in general is that people don't know how to be good managers.
Yes.
And so we expect people to be good employees, but we don't know how to cultivate people so that they can one day be the role that we are or better.
Yes, yes.
And I know that you're big about mentorship.
Yes, yes. And for that reason, because a leader is a coach and a mentor. So we model the way, but we also in mentoring help develop the potential that's within people so that they can in turn as well be positioned. And so one touch one, and we continue to touch.
And so even I know right now we're talking specifically about candidates or people who are employees, but I still say this applies overarchingly to entrepreneurs and small business owners.
Yes.
What are some ways you think that it does translate to the business owner?
Because when we're in this in our career paths, we are what we call an entrepreneur. So there are people that, whether you are high potential or whether you're in a manager role, key aspects of a business owner, of an entrepreneur, some of them kind of intertwine. And so the experience that we get from our careers, I find that we can take that and translate that right and transfer it directly into our businesses.
All right, people. As I've told you before, you are watching WorkHARDaholics, or you might just be listening to WorkHARDaholics. Our special guest today is none other than Joann Mayo, and we're going to learn a little bit more about SCORE as a resource for you, the entrepreneur. So you want to learn more? Want to learn about the tools that you need to succeed as an entrepreneur? Stay tuned right after this commercial break.
Listen, attorney Alex Taylor is a soldier in a suit, defending anyone with criminal charges, DUIs, and more. Call Alex Taylor, your soldier in a suit, at 804-500-5000.
I'm Alex Taylor. Don't face your criminal charges alone. Put a former prosecutor with 30 years of experience on your side. Let me show you how a soldier fights for your freedom.
Call 804-500-5000 or go to alextaylorlaw.com. During these challenging times, Richmond Dentistry for Children wants to remind you that we've been here for you and your children for over 25 years. Your child's body is their temple and their teeth are the doorway to good health. We provide compassionate pediatric dental care Monday through Friday. Call 804-780-2888 for your appointment or come to our office at 300 West Broad Street. RichmondDentistryForChildren.com, serving Central Virginia. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram.
Ladies, are you looking to move your office from your kitchen table to a space of your own? Are you ready to take your business to the next level? Are you looking for co-working and community? Well, then come join us at the Women's Business Center, RVA, located at 1510 Willow Lawn Drive, Suite 100, directly across the street from the Kroger at Willow Lawn. Visit us on the web at wbcrva.com or on social media at WBCRVA. When you're ready for more than just office space, come join the WBCRVA family.
Hey there, I am Rita Ricks, principal of Rita Ricks LLC. We are spiritual and mental health coaches, showing women and young adults how to remove the barriers preventing them from creating the life they were born to live. Once those barriers are eliminated, they find the peace, purpose, and passion to achieve what they truly want in life. Contact us today at ritaricks.com because this is your time.
Wouldn't it be convenient and safe to communicate with your dentist, pediatrician, medical doctor, or mental health professional anywhere you are without actually traveling to our medical centers?
Well, you can with a televisit at your local Capital Area Health Network. Call us at 780-0840 or
Go to cahealthnet.org.
find out how a televisit may be your best option. We are the Capital Area Health Network, the heart of the community.
Life can be a struggle. Find hope, healing, and answers at the Abundant Life Church of Christ, a place to encounter God through uplifting worship, singing, prayer, the preach word, and fellowship. One step can change your life. One step could shift your destiny. There has never been a better time to take that step than now. Come be our guest every Sunday at 10 a.m. at the Abundant Life Church of Christ, a place where you belong.
Imagine Media Lab, a multimedia and podcast rental studio, in partnership with the Women's Business Center, RVA, offers audio and video production services. Record that podcast you've always wanted to start. Create marketing and advertisement content such as voiceovers. Become a member and save on podcasting and production packages. All equipment and software is included in your rental. Located at 1510 Willow Lawn Drive. ImagineMediaLabs.com. Book your session today.
Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Nothing wrong with the little song, Joann. Nothing wrong with it. All right. And so right now, as I've mentioned to y'all before, we are really excited to have with us Joann Mayo, SCORE mentor and owner of Strategic Foresight Initiatives, which I always say SFI. So right now, I would love it if you could share, for those who don't know what SCORE is, if you could share a bit more about the program, what's involved, how to get engaged, etc.
So SCORE is a nonprofit organization, and they are a strategic partner with the Small Business Administration. And so they offer free counseling, they offer workshops.
Let's go back
They-
to free one more time. Free. Okay.
And this is for startups as well as existing businesses, and it's for the life of your business. And so again, they offer workshops, they offer one-on-one mentoring, they offer certain different key aspects of the business foundation, and so they are an excellent resource.
And is it fair to say if you have an SBA in your area, you have SCORE mentors?
Yes.
So for wherever you are, entrepreneur, wantrepreneur, whether you've been in business or just getting started, here's some resources for you that, once again, we start off with the word
Free.
Okay. So who are the SCORE mentors?
And so these are people from all walks of life, have been in all types of business industries, and they have a wealth of knowledge. There are some that's been SCORE mentors for years, and again, they have a great wealth of knowledge. They love what they do. They're passionate about helping people, and that's one of the reasons why I joined as well, because I'm passionate about helping people to be their highest and best selves, and to be within an organization that does foster that as well.
Okay. I'm not being facetious, or maybe I am. You seem really young to be a SCORE mentor.
Well, thank you, Shirley. Well, with that being said, again, because of what the organization offers, so now it's not just certain age, but it's that line of expertise and experiential knowledge that you bring.
So, but we do go back to the fact that you did say you retired. That was a young retirement, in case you all didn't catch that. That was a young retirement, because I believe the acronym for the name has changed. Is that correct?
Yes, and so really the acronym, we no longer actually break it down to that acronym, and because, we don't want to just lock people in for, as you stated, like a certain age, but that level of expertise and experiential knowledge that you can bring.
So it used to be, I'll say it, it used to be that SCORE reps was the SC of retired executives.
Senior.
There you go. There you go. And so it used to be these people who, I remember on one occasion, one of the gentlemen that we got to work with was the former vice president for Circuit City. Right? That's amazing. So if you are a new entrepreneur, even though Circuit City went out of business for a very specific reason, and that was not paying attention to newcomers and thinking that they had no say-so in the matter. And so they ignored some of the technologies that were coming in with the Best Buys of the world. But even so, this is a international organization. Yes, and so talk about I got a chance to work at Circuit City one summer. I told you I've had a lot of jobs. And just to see, I got to work in a division of marketing. And so what they did, actually, they connected with celebrities and got like swag that they gave away and all kinds of stuff. And so you don't think about that. I also got to see, Trinity 5-7 in concert. They had them come in for the employees just to come in over lunch, go watch a concert downstairs, right? And so, but they were, talk about a large company doing great and amazing things, and to have someone who has that experience. So if you're in retail, if you are trying to figure out what it means to run your business, or to have a lot of employees and departments underneath you, to have free access to pick that kind of person's brain, that's amazing. Or if we talk about having someone who has all these years of experience in banking, if you're an entrepreneur looking for lending or trying to understand how you present that, or we talk about the HR, then look at Joann Mayo. So SCORE itself to me is an amazing organization. Although I will say, Shirley's personal note, it's very beneficial if you can find the right SCORE representative.
Yes.
And so, like, I have my handful that we deal with, because I know that whoever I send to them is always going to give stellar information and representation, just like you would, Joann. So tell us a little bit more about SCORE and how that all ties in. So I think we get the gist of what's provided. How do people connect in? How do they get a SCORE rep?
Oh, well, they can go online. Just go to score.richmond, and there you can just sign up, put in your information, and you can get a local SCORE rep.
And there's so much information that you can get on that end. So I do want to ask, though, we know Joann is a SCORE rep, but she also owns her own business. We talked about the fact that she's an author. Tell us a little bit more about SFI. Like, how did you even come up with the name for your company?
Oh, great question. Because strategic. The name was strategic. And so because I'm a visionary. And I've always been a person that set goals, had a vision, and then worked my way backwards. And so strategic means planned, contemplated. Foresight is having a vision. And then initiatives are the actions that you put in place to bring the vision into fruition. And so that was the name of it. And so that's what I do for businesses, entrepreneurs, and career professionals, is that to be able to sit down and to prioritize, to explore, what it is that you want to do. And then kind of hone in on that. What are your top priorities? And then once we identify your top priorities, then of course, nothing just happens. It's a process. And so we have to hold ourselves accountable for the desired results that we want to see.
Who are the type of people who work with you at CFI? Like, who's the client?
Well, we have startups. So there are people that are starting a business. There are people that are already in an existing business that want to scale their business. And then there are individuals that feel like they may be stuck and they don't know what they want to do. And so we kind of sit down to determine and do a vision life plan where we look at all aspects of their life, their business, their personal recreation, travel, and all of that. And then we kind of look at what it is that they want to do. And then, again, put a plan in place.
We like plans. We like quantifiable goals. We love all of
that. And not only a plan, because also I serve as an accountability partner.
Indeed.
Because when we partner together, again, I want to see you to become your highest and best self. And so in order to do that, I'm going to hold you accountable to the actions so that you actually do bring that into fruition. It's not enough
to write it out. It's not. You have to do it.
You have to
So
put
tell us
action.
really quickly. Don't worry. We're going to have a little bit more of Joann in just a moment. But tell people how they can reach you, how they can access you to receive your services.
Of course, sure. Well, they can, of course, I'm located at the Women's Business Center, 1510 Willow Drive, 100, Suite 100.
That's my favorite line. Okay.
And of course, or they can reach me on the internet at sfigrowthstrategist.com, or they can give me a call at 804-397-1882.
So you too can have access to all of this glorious information and more. Right now, we're going to take a quick commercial break to hear a word from the sponsors who make this show possible.
During these challenging times, Richmond Dentistry for Children wants to remind you that we've been here for you and your children for over 25 years. Your child's body is their temple, and their teeth are the doorway to good health. We provide compassionate pediatric dental care Monday through Friday. Call 804-780-2888 for your appointment, or come to our office at 300 West Broad Street. RichmondDentistryForChildren.com, serving Central Virginia. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram. Listen, attorney Alex Taylor is a soldier in a suit, defending anyone with criminal charges, DUIs, and more. Call Alex Taylor, your soldier in a suit, at 804-500-5000.
I'm Alex Taylor. Don't face your criminal charges alone. Put a former prosecutor with 30 years of experience on your side. Let me show you how a soldier fights for your freedom.
Call 804-500-5000 or go to alextaylorlaw.com.
Wouldn't it be convenient and safe to communicate with your dentist, pediatrician, medical doctor, or mental health professional anywhere you are without actually traveling to our medical centers?
Well, you can with a televisit at your local capital area health network. Call us at 780-0840 or
Go to cahealthnet.org.
find out how a televisit may be your best option. We are the Capital Area Health Network, the heart of the community.
Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Once again, thank you to our sponsors who do provide us the opportunity to bring all this glorious information to you. Once again, you're listening to or watching WorkHARDaholics with the original WorkHARDaholic, Shirley Crawford, and our very special guest, Joann Mayo. So initially, for those of you who are just tuning in, we learned a little bit more about your background, like where you came from, what led you on this path. Because as an entrepreneur, I always think it's really helpful to hear the journeys of others, which is why one of the number one recommendations for an entrepreneur, a wantrepreneur, even for your C-suite executives, biographies, autobiographies, learning someone else's journey, because you don't have to go through all of that to get to where someone else is. Learn from their mistakes and move on. We also had an opportunity to learn a little bit more about the SCORE program, which is an SBA program. If you didn't catch all that, rewind. You can learn all that. We learned a little bit more about Strategic Foresight Initiatives, which is Joann's company, and the reasons that it exists and even what the name means. And now, okay, there's some exciting things that are about to transpire. I'm excited about them. I don't know what you are. Once you learn about them, you'll be excited too. Indeed. So there's some things that are about to pop off, that are about to happen right now with the WBC RVA Toolkit.
Yes.
See, she said it so calmly. I'll do it. Whoop, whoop. All right. Okay, I'm back. So tell us a little bit more about the program, the Toolkit program.
Okay, well, the Toolkit program here is really to help, again, the entrepreneurs, inspiring entrepreneurs to develop their business. And so not, again, back to what you stated, to learn from others, to learn from the experience and the expertise of others. And so creating an atmosphere where we will come together again and to teach and to walk through those foundations.
Exactly. So who is the Toolkit for?
Well, the Toolkit, again, is for the startup entrepreneur. And even those that may be in business, that have been in business or have been playing around with it or want to now take it to the next level, you are welcome as well.
I was waiting for the level up. So when you all think about like a tool chest, right, then you know that for this, it might require a hammer. For this, it might require a saw. Like you can't use, I don't know what.
For everything.
Exactly. I don't know whose show it is, but somebody uses like Vaseline or something. They're like, use it for everything. That's not the case when you're really trying to have a finessed business.
Yes.
All right. So when exactly is the toolkit kicking off and what can people expect to receive?
Well, it'll be kicking off March the 4th.
March the 4th! That's Saturday.
And so there will be a vision board planning, again, which will be the kickoff where we can kind of talk through, you explore what your vision is, and then we can begin to fine tune it and hone in on it from there.
And I know that part 2 of that is the actual goal setting.
Right.
All right. So here's my problem, people. I see so many of you having vision board parties, and it's just that. Like there's an image and you expect the law of attraction to bring it to you. There is more involved than that. And so we're talking about helping you establish what your vision is, because some of you think too small.
Exactly.
Which I'm always amazed about. You think grasshopper level and like the world is your oyster. So having the vision board party, having the goal setting, and then what happens after that?
So after that, then we'll go into April, in the month of April, and we'll start with how to, again, starting your business. And again, with the foundations, we'll dig a little deeper into those aspects. But the one for March the 4th is great because, again, this is the vision, and then we're going to walk our way backwards and then to go forward.
You know, we love reverse engineering. And so the other thing to know, I know this information because, surprise, I get to be a part of the toolkit. So what's happening is that for the people who are, if you are in Richmond, or if you want to join online, every Thursday, we'll physically be here at the center. And so that's an opportunity. You can co-work, catch the internet, and really it's about making those connections. Working with your accountability partners, because there will be weekly accountability meetings as well. And there is, I'm trying to make sure I quote everything correctly because Joann is the master. I'm just a sidekick on this. There is a monthly seminar and a monthly group coaching.
Yes.
And so every month there's a different topic, a different aspect of what's being focused on. And so it can go from somebody who just has a business idea to someone, I would say, who's been in business maybe 2 years or so, but hasn't made that transition to their own, like having everything all the way solid and set up.
That is correct.
And so here's how you can develop.
That is correct. And so pretty much it's pretty much based upon all that we put all of that together. So it's pretty much around, collaboration, connectivity, accountability, and support.
I was waiting for another C. I was like, okay. That was just me. I like alliteration. What do you want me to say? So you said that's kicking off March 4th. With the vision board.
Yes.
And then there are a couple other dates in March with regards to the group session, but every Thursday, people can come in and co-work.
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to ask because this is what I ask whenever someone is telling me about something. How much is it?
$99.
It is not. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm being difficult to Joann. I can't help it. I know Joann very well.
She threw me under the bus.
I did not hear it. Bus off of Joann. Okay, so this is the way that it works. The membership itself is $25 a month, right? So I did not stutter. I did not say it correct. It's just $25 a month. Right? And that means co-working here at the center alone is $15 for a day.
Yes.
So for 4 or 5 days of co-working, clearly that's covered, but you're also getting the monthly seminar, the monthly group coaching, and there'll be materials and resources about each subject so you can be doing homework and you have your accountability groups. It's a lot going on. And we're not trying to break the bank. We're really trying to provide a resource so that you all have that available. But what happens is, the $25 is your basic membership to come in, find your space, as they always say, copper squat, however you're going to do it, come and use the internet and work and find people that you have similarities with so that you can explode and have another business idea. It happens all the time here. Christina just gave me a brilliant idea right before we started. We're going to work on it. Then if it turns out that you're like, this is great and I love it, but I want to have coaching separately. So that is $99. If you want to have individual coaching, if you want to have one-on-one coaching, it's $99.
See, that's why I went.
You did. And I'm trying to join you back there again. Okay. So with that information in mind, believe it or not, our time is up. We want to say thank you to Joann for coming and joining us.
Thank you for having me.
So once again, give us a recap on the toolkit. You can give us a quick recap. And that information you can find it on our website, wbcrva.com.
And so, again, we would love to have you here at the toolkit, which will begin on March the 4th. From
the Vision Board Goal Setting Party.
Exactly. And so that will be the foundation of exploring, discovering, and then, of course, the kickoff unto that April session where we will dig a little bit deeper and help you to expand and to grow your business.
So once again, people, thank you, Joann. All right. As we always say, live better, do better, be better, and happy entrepreneuring. Ta-ta. Like, share, subscribe, repeat. Like, share, subscribe, repeat. 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 Thanks for tuning in to WorkHARDaholics. Support our show by following on YouTube and all major social media platforms at WorkHARDaholic. Until next week, happy entrepreneuring.